Yesterday, I didn't think it was a great offense performance. I thought he was great in the red zone. Um, Ben did a great job of designing and getting his first read open, and he made some really good throws in the red zone. I thought overall it wasn't a really good game. I thought his eyes were in the wrong spot a lot of times, and that was one of the issues I had with Caleb last year. And again, we have to take this in stages and depth. That last year was all pure progression type stuff, and that's hard for me to understand because when I know something's not going to be open, I get off of that and I get to the next thing. And there were a lot of times last year where I thought his eyes were stuck and started in the wrong spot. Could have been because of the offense. I think Ben has done a much better job in designing things and getting him started in the right spot. And I felt like in this game there were just times based on the concepts that I saw that I couldn't figure out why his eyes were starting in a certain spot. And so that concerned me a little bit yesterday because I hadn't necessarily seen that or thought that was a theme in many games this year. But again, we've talked about it for a couple weeks. What I love is that it wasn't a great offense performance. He didn't play great. You talked about the errant passes at times and just being off a little bit, whether it was eyes, whether it was throws, whatever. And they still put up 31 points and they still win a football game. Like that to me is like, okay, all right, we're still doing a lot of things right. And we're still, figuring this out and we've got a long way to go. But once again, we're finding a way to win and we're finding a way to make the critical plays that we need to make to win football games. And that was probably my biggest takeaway from yesterday.